Watching someone annoy Tony for about 2 hours while also making him laugh uncontrollably made the latest episode of Kill Tony a real enjoyable experience. If you didn't watch last night's episode of Kill Tony number 693 with comedians Rick Glassman and Jeff Dye, it's well worth watching just for Rick Glassman's antics on the show.
I got 3 words for this room, and that is, upload that pussy! Oh,
That's right. That is
sure.
I have a big dick. For some people, it's too much.
Wait. I'll say it, and I know this is on me. I know this is on me. I don't understand, and I really want to. Could you say it differently? You're Mexican, like you have a big dick, and then you said something else about. You remind me like. Have you been on Shark Tank?
Have I been in Shark Tank?
Have you guys seen the Shark Tank where the guy's like watering trees and they're like, why don't you charge $10? And he's like, because we're talking about farmers. And they all start crying.
Oh, yeah.
You got that kind of dick energy, dude.
Yeah.
Or just energy.
Yeah.
It could be. Is it too much? Because some people it is.
No, it's
That's the part I just
fantastic.
that's the part I
It's
didn't
great,
get.
Carlos.
Jesus Christ. Well, my social is
No, he means like, because you said things like that. What else with leather?
Oh, so yeah, so belts, wallets.
No. What else with that?
I'm sorry. I don't know.
What's her Instagram handle? Daddy wants to take a look.
Yeah, it's Miss Glassman.
Hey,
Whoa, hey.
Hey, you don't talk to the panel like that.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
And you ignore them. Sorry, Tony.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bud. You're the man.
Thank you, Rick. My buddy, old pal, Rick. We are doing it tonight.
Oh, man.
Rick Glassman, I mean, what a guest for the show. The crowd didn't appear to be the biggest fans of Rick Glassman, and he really is an acquired taste, to be fair. But me personally, I love him, and he had a handful of funny moments throughout the episode, whether they were jokes or him just trying to annoy Tony.
Joints.
Hold on. Okay, Rick, just hold on.
We got the expert here.
We have to get the information from the people here. Like when I ask him a question, you have to wait until they answer. So what the fuck do you think you have?
It's Ehlers-Danlos. It's like a connective tissue thing where you have.
It really is? Oh my God. I thought Rick was kidding for sure.
You know.
What are the odds you were being serious on that one?
I know I'm responsible for the reputation I have, but at some point you have to look at yourself and be like, maybe Rick does know about flexible joints. Upload that pussy!
Oh, yeah.
He had a recurring bit throughout the episode where he kept throwing it back to Tony, and he was annoyed at first, but the more he kept throwing it back to Tony, the more that he would laugh during these moments. He had a little bit of a back and forth with Kam Patterson after Kam and Tony spent a good chunk of time shitting on LeBron James and his son.
He's the only guy that's been entitled to nepotism in the NBA. You follow basketball, correct?
Yeah.
You play basketball, am I correct, Rick?
I played against LeBron.
He's annoyingly good at basketball.
Yeah. He
I
did
don't like
play.
I don't like that I know Rick Glassman so well. And I was like, I'm going to fucking dunk on Rick Glassman. And then I showed up and you were infinitely better than everyone that was playing. That
Wait. You played with me too though before.
Yeah,
Who you think will win? Who you think will win?
Very average, but I'm tall. He'd beat you.
You think he beat me?
Yes, I do.
You're a piece of shit.
I
You're a
think
liar. You're an asshole.
I love you.
And you going
No,
to
there's
hell.
no doubt.
Bullshit.
No, I do.
Cam, there's
What?
Super
no
good.
there
I got
is-
100. I got 2K on me right now.
I'll take that bet.
I got a
$2,000 on
question.
me right now.
I just want to ask the audience one question here.
Uh.
Do you notice how much he's trying to sell his skills? While I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, buddy, I ain't playing you unless we got an indoor court, some good air conditioning, and you get me a new pair of shoes. What is that?
Let me ask you guys something.
I'd like to plug my video, I Am Phenomenal, on YouTube.
Okay, Rick. What if you're in town tomorrow, right?
No.
You leave tonight?
Well, technically, I'm in time tomorrow. I thought you meant tomorrow night. I leave in the morning.
So what if I got you guys an indoor gym and we rolled the video right now of the game that you guys play tomorrow?
And we can bet on it. I'll bet on it.
No, Rick, you're saying no?
I mean, maybe.
Cam looks excited
let's do
about
it.
this.
Yeah. I'll put money on it.
Let's do it.
I mean, Probably not.
Why you don't want to do? You scared? You seem like you scared, Rick.
You
What
do
did you
seem,
say?
Seem like
you
you
do seem
terrified,
like you're
Rick.
scared.
Wait a minute.
You seem like you scared.
I'm never scared. I'll tell you what. Where did he go? Now I can't see. I didn't know. I was trying to give him a fist bump. Can I say that?
Yeah.
We all
Anyway,
saw it.
I mean, maybe. Maybe, yeah. Let me know what.
Let's do
maybe.
it. Tomorrow, what time? Damn, nigga.
1 p.m. tomorrow.
I'm doing a podcast at 1 p.m. It would have to be early, and I mean, how do we have to do it tomorrow? Why don't we do it before this comes out? Why don't you come to L.A.?
No.
I'll
No,
come-
you have to play here in Austin.
Let's do it, man.
It's indoors. You're.
Come on, Rick.
Let the record show that if it doesn't happen, if the video doesn't roll after this,
Yeah, it's probably
Then
not
it
gonna
was-
happen. I haven't been playing much. I don't know. If I'm going to do this in front of a lot of people, I'm going to want like.
Oh, you're scared. He's scared, man.
wow.
Rick scared to play. I'm like that for real, nigga.
Rick is really, really.
I'm like that for real, man.
Hey, you know what?
I was ranked. Wait. I was ranked number 3 in the nation when I was in 12th grade.
This is why people are afraid of Akron.
You
by
ain't
the
know
way.
that? You ain't know that, huh? I'm lying,
Listen,
but it
man.
sound good.
Listen, man.
Sound phenomenal. When I
I'm
say
sure
it.
you're a good basketball player. If we were to play tomorrow and I haven't been playing much and I hurt myself or whatever, like, if it means that I have to say that you're a better basketball player than me, I won't only say you're a better basketball player than me, I'll say you're a better comedian than me. I think you're a better person all around.
I agree with all that.
But there's one more thing I want to say. Live from New York, it's Saturday night.
All right.
And after that, Rick and Kam went back and forth and had a debate over who is the better basketball player. And unfortunately, even though they teased it, we never got to see a video of them playing basketball. But that is a one-on-one game that I think we need to see and we deserve to see between Kam Patterson and Rick Glassman, two comedians who are good at basketball. Rick Glassman was one of the best guests of the month, and he was truly himself and was annoying, funny, and committed to bits throughout the show. He was an excellent, excellent guest. Now, the man sitting next to him, Jeff Dye, you know, it's kind of hard for a guest to shine when someone as eccentric as Rick Glassman is on the panel, but when he chose his shots, he was funny. He had a small joke about, when a guy on stage had autism and ADHD.
A fucking mental health clinic up here.
Sometimes you're stuck between two people with autism.
He mentioned it a couple of times, and he said sometimes you get stuck between two people with autism, referring to the guy on the stage and Rick Glassman, and that was a solid little soundbite. He also had a little bit about having sex in Morocco.
And yeah, she's cool.
Jeff Dye.
It's hard to have sex in Morocco.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What do you guys? What do you mean?
Yeah, I've been to Morocco and I met a lady, and she was like, "We can't go to your hotel."
She just
No,
wasn't
yeah,
into
yeah.
you, guy.
No.
You know, the women in Morocco aren't allowed to fuck you, otherwise we'd be there in a second. Jeff, get a clue, Tony.
No, sincerely, I met a chick.
It's true. You have to bring up.
We couldn't go to the hotel, and then she's like, "But I know a place," and we drove crazy in separate automobiles to like miles and miles away, and then she got in this is a true story, I probably shouldn't share it, and then she hit like a button in this weird place and all the windows closed like from the things, and then we were kind of locked. I had to go in separately, and we did the deed.
How
was
much did
nice.
it cost you?
Nothing.
Nothing? Oh,
Yeah.
it's free? Cool.
Free, yeah.
No, there's like sex trafficking there.
Yeah. No, I didn't pay.
Yeah, well, what you were
It's
saying.
a fair question.
No,
I paid for sex, don't get me wrong.
And that was about the only two notable moments he had throughout the show. But Jeff Dye is an amazing comedian and is super funny. But he did get outshined by Rick a little bit throughout this episode. Now, as far as the bucket pulls go, from Kill Tony number 693, they were mostly a mixed bag. There were a handful that weren't funny and made little impact on their time on the stage, but there were some that were funny and had good sets and interviews, and a golden ticket was even given out during this episode. To start, we got to see the return of Carlos Lopez, who I already thought was a golden ticket winner, but maybe not.
So I had some pipes break in my house this last freeze. I went down to the hardware store to grab some parts. And when I walk in, the first employee I find is trans. I don't want to be a fucking bigot. So I treat them like anyone else and ask for help. They, them, ask me if the parts I need are male or female. Me being a smart ass, I'm like, well, what are my other options? They, them said, buddy, don't get me started. You think your plumbing's fucked up? My dick's in a jar. Thank you.
Either way, he got pulled out of the bucket and had a solid set talking about male and female parts while dealing with a transgender salesperson at a hardware store. Carlos is such a likable guy, and it showed in his interview where all they really talked about was how likable of a guy he is and how he gave Tony a belt buckle for the opportunity that he gave him on Kill Tony. Tony also went on to wear that belt buckle during the Tom Brady roast.
He said you made him a belt buckle. How does that work? You make belt buckles?
I had a belt buckle, man. I got a belt buckle guy that makes belt buckles.
That's some real fucking. It's some Texas
Sounds like
shit.
he does that. You should just do that.
Yeah, they don't do that in L.A. No one's like, hey, thank you for the opportunity. I got you a gift. In L.A., they're like, what about me? I want more. Here, it's like, hey, thank you. He was a real fucking class act, a real gentleman about it. It's a badass belt buckle. Anyway, it's just things dudes with huge cocks do for other people.
I predict as Tony gets more and more successful that the belt will get larger and larger.
It is.
Between your ego and your love of wrestling, it's going to be a fucking huge belt.
It's true.
It's going to be crown jewel size belt for sure.
No doubt about it. I can't fit in the door with the one that I have prepared for 2025 right now. Carlos Lopez, amazing stuff. You're doing a great fucking job.
Now, the second bucket pull was... The second notable bucket pull, I should say, was Isla. I'm going to have to go back and see how to pronounce her name, who is a member of the Kill Tony production team and is now the most recent golden ticket winner.
Oh my gosh, it's bright. It's a lot of light. Shout out Thomas Edison. He would have loved fleshlights. No, it's cool. Not good with guys. I don't know, like a guy isn't gonna tell you, but I know I'm not good at hand jobs just because all my protein shakes are clumpy. And I want to get better, so I'll just like watch porn, but like for educational purposes, obviously. And all I've learned is that I like incest porn, cause like, at least you know they love each other, right? I don't know. I guess I'm just a romantic. and it sucks being a romantic because, like, I won't see red flags in guys. Like, I won't see a guy with dyslexia. I'll just see a guy who knows a little bit of German. Or, like, I won't see a guy with anger issues. I'll just see a guy who can protect me from drywall. It's not good at all. But,
Wow.
During her set, she talked about how she wasn't good at giving hand jobs because all of her protein shakes are clumpy, which was hilarious. She had really solid stage presence, and Tony really hyped her up and said that she could be one of the biggest stand-up comedians, female stand-up comedians of all time.
You love it?
yeah, I love
This
stand-
is what you want to do?
Yeah.
Amazing. You know what I'm going to do, Aya? I'm going to consider you the newest golden ticket winner on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
22 years old. You're here in the comedy capital. You're part of the Kill Tony unit. I just don't see how you're not going to end up being one of the biggest female stand-up comedians of all time. And you're going to get to do more spots here. We're going to get you in the mix. This is the part where Red Band invites you to the secret show.
Thursday?
Yeah, I'll see you on Thursday, yeah.
And even though you probably have a bunch of these, you already have one.
Yeah.
Your newest golden ticket winner, Aya, ladies and
Thank you,
gentlemen.
guys.
Boom.
Yeah. Tony's a nice guy, really respectful and stuff. No, yeah. Thanks.
There she goes, Aya, ladies and
You know, and that is a huge praise from Tony, and she really did have the presence of somebody who could kind of go far. She's 22 years old, and she's been in the game for 2 years, so it's going to be exciting now that she is a golden ticket winner to see her more on the stage. And, you know, she's a part of the Kill Tony production team, so you have to assume that she might be on the show a little bit more than a regular golden ticket winner would. So excited to see what she can do for her time on the stage. There's also another bucket pull where, you know, his set wasn't that funny, but his interview was hilarious. He was a ginger comedian. He had a real interesting story about how he abandoned his kid in Eugene, Oregon, and it was just a really funny exchange that he had between him and Tony and the rest of the panel guests for this episode. So that one was worth a shout out and was very funny.
just completely checked out. You have completely given into the fact that you will not be a father to this child. It is amazing to see one of the whitest comedians on the show be such a black father.
I knew that was coming. I would love to.
Sean D's and D Madness shaking their head no at the same time never gets old to me.
I mean, I would love to, but it's either spend the next fucking 16 years of my life in Eugene, Oregon,
right,
or just fucking do what I want to do.
Right.
And Eugene, Oregon, I went to University of Oregon. Go Ducks, I guess. Number one in the country in football right now. Fuck. But it's a shithole. It fucking sucks. Eugene, Oregon. Fuck that place. It's either spend my life there or do the shit I want to do.
We understand the dilemma. Jeff Dye.
Yeah, I was just saying, this is, you guys can scoff all you want. That's very progressive, what he's saying.
Yeah.
Why would I have this baby? I'll just do what I want. But, you know, this is, I've heard this from chicks. This is a tale as old as time.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the regulars, golden tickets, and guest spots, Ari Matti got the show started and told some jokes about girls doing OnlyFans. He opened things up by asking any women in the crowd if they did it, and no one reacted, which I think might have killed his flow a little bit.
Hello? Any ladies here on OnlyFans? If you're not on OnlyFans, you are stupid. It's free money. Upload that pussy. Sometimes I see a homeless lady on 6th Street. I'm like, lady, you don't need to be here. You're sitting on oil, lady. Upload that pussy. I have a friend, he's dating one of those OnlyFans girls, and when they started dating, he made her quit OnlyFans. And he's one of those crypto, the future. Now they're in a 1-bedroom apartment with 2 cats. What an idiot. Dude, if I ever get a wife, kids, I don't give a fuck. Every pussy in this household is going online. Stand still, baby girl. We need a new kitchen. I'm like the Vince McMahon of pussy. This is a family business. Thank you very much.
But from then on, he basically said that women shouldn't be homeless because they could just do OnlyFans. It also started up Rick Glassman saying, "Upload that pussy" throughout the episode. It was pretty much a by-the-book set for Ari Matti. Not his best, but also not his worst. Like I said, I think when he asked the crowd that question and them being silent kind of threw his mojo off, maybe just a little bit. But again, not the best we've seen from Ari Matti, but not the worst. He's still, probably the most consistent stand-up comedian that they have on a regular basis. So good stuff from Ari Matti. And then they had Adrienne Lapalucci, who I had never heard of, but apparently has a new stand-up special on Netflix. She stopped in and told a couple of jokes for a couple of minutes. She didn't stick around and do an interview, but she was pretty funny. However, the highlight of her set, I think, was telling Puerto Rican jokes at the end of her set to kind of fit the theme of what Tony is currently going through.
Thanks, I've lived in the Bronx my whole life, and I hate Puerto Ricans. What I would like to propose is a little exchange program where we send the Puerto Ricans to Israel, and then we send the Jews to the Bronx, and you'll see how quickly the Palestinians beg for the Jews to come back. This music is on all night long.
That was really well crafted, and I think she did a good job with that. Overall, pretty solid appearance from her. And then Kam Patterson was the next regular to step onto the stage, and his set overall wasn't that great. He only had about 30 seconds of a true stand-up set, and he admitted that, even saying at the end, that he was done. That was a whole joke, but he's going to talk about where he was, which was Akron.
What's up, man? I'm getting older and I'm realizing stuff about myself. I realized recently that I'm toxic. I just realized that. Cause I got a new girlfriend and my ex called me out of nowhere and she was like, "I see you got a new girlfriend, nigga. And I don't care. I just want you to know that if you marry that bitch, I'm gonna come to your wedding with a bomb strapped to my chest. And my dick got hard." I'm like, "What did you say?" I rubbed my nipple and shit. You said what? My homeboy was like, "Why would your dick get hard? That's crazy." I was like, "You don't understand, bro. My mama gonna be on wedding, my dad gonna be at my wedding, my grandma gonna be there. You gonna kill all them for me? What you finna wear when you gonna blow my wedding up? You gonna have a thong on when you blow my wedding up?" Yeah, that's the whole joke.
And then he went on to talk about LeBron James, and right before the cat meow, he said, "This is really LeBron's world when you think about it." And then he said, "Okay, that's over, thank God." And, he did not want to keep going with that bit. But, speaking of LeBron James, the best part of his entire set, other than his back and forth with Rick Glassman about playing basketball, was when he roasted LeBron James. That was really, really funny.
Bullshit. Man, fuck LeBron James.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, fuck LeBron James. Pussy ass nigga.
LeBron.
Yeah.
And you can't say that.
Yeah, I can't say that. Fuck, nigga.
Yeah.
What you gonna do to that fuck, nigga, huh? That's why your son ass.
Yeah, now let me
He's
say
okay during the regular season.
I got it. That's fine. I got it. That's why your son suck, nigga. Fuck Bronny, nigga.
So
Fuck
few
Ronnie Jr.,
championships. He just doesn't know how to be a real team leader. Kobe is ahead of him.
Hell yeah.
And then David Lucas came back for the first time in a long time, and I'll be the first one to admit I am not the biggest fan of David Lucas or his stand-up, but when his roasts work or when Tony gets him, their back and forths are sometimes the best part of the show, and this appearance was a great example of that.
Cat, shut your motherfucking ass.
That is true.
That motherfucker got 3 cats and a goddamn ball of yarn in his living room. Fuck you talking about with that dumbass sweater on, bitch. You look like one of them kids at the elementary school whose mom is a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Dye? I thought that nigga from One Direction killed himself. What? Why the fuck are you here? What the fuck are you doing here, bitch?
That guy was really hot, though. I don't understand the joke.
But you hot. You like 1987 hot. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take that.
This nigga look like he just bet $100,000 on Seabiscuit. Yo ass.
Rich, hot. I don't get the jokes here.
Well, when David see biscuit, he eat biscuit.
This nigga stupid.
Do Glassman again.
Oh, do Glassman again?
Yeah,
Look at his ass.
I like this.
Yeah. This guy looks like he rapes pedophiles.
Rick Glassman look like he sit down to pee, motherfucker. You look like the type of nigga take tissue and pat his dick hole when he done peeing.
Yeah. Yeah, you look like a fucking idiot.
Hey, shut your ass up, you bitch ass nigga. Oh, you got a motherfucking heart on your shirt, nigga. What the fuck? Oh. Look at Rick Glassman, boy. Your ass goofy than a motherfucker.
What just
boy.
happened, Rick? What did you just pantomime?
That nigga spilled his box water.
David.
His set was centered around Diddy and his case, which wasn't very good, but his back and forth with the panel was hilarious. You know, when he told Jeff Dye that he looked like he bet $1,000 on Seabiscuit, and Tony said that David looks like when he sees biscuit, he eats biscuit. That was one of the most hard, I laughed harder than I ever have at a Kill Tony moment in a long time. That was very, very funny. So it was good to see David Lucas back because he was on fire this time around. The last couple times we've seen him, it's kind of been lackluster, hasn't been that exciting, but this time I thought it was good, and I enjoyed seeing David Lucas this time around. And then to close the show, William Montgomery had a pretty by-the-book set to close the night.
It's kind of really weird because I matched with this fucking ass on a redheaded dating website, so I don't know what the fuck Jimmy Kimmel cried on his show the day after the election, and I don't know if it was because of Trump's victory or the fact that he had 112 viewers. But seriously, it was kind of ironic when the tears made his black face run. Okay, let's keep moving. So I'm actually working on a movie. It's basically the plot of Little Giants, but instead of Little League football, it's a man who competes in women's swimming. I mean, this is a true underdog story. Against all odds, he sets multiple world records. It's called Big Booty Bitches in Bikinis Volume 4. You know the worst is when you intend on handing out Halloween candy, but then you get so high you eat it all, and then you remember you inserted razor blades. All right, anybody here a fan of riddles? Y'all like riddles? Here's one for you. I heard this the other day. Who let the dogs out? Okay, that's my time.
He called out the Ginger Kid to begin his set, talking about how they matched on a ginger dating website, which was the premise of that kid's set. He discussed Jimmy Kimmel's low viewership, man in a women swimming, and just kind of stuff that he usually talks about. And he closed his set saying, I have a riddle for you: who let the dogs out? And he also tried to do a little bit at the end about a ghost lifting his shirt.
Gosh, and Tony, it's really scary. I didn't tell you last week, but I got visited by a ghost or something in my apartment, Tony. Again, I've been playing a bunch of Call of Duty recently, and I was laying on the chair thinking about starting to play Call of Duty, and I'm laying on the chair, and my girlfriend is sitting beside me, and my shirt does this. Pretty scary. And then I'm at my cousin's house, Tony, this past weekend in Charlotte. I was in Charlotte. And by the way, I won't get too close to y'all. I feel I'm very sick. I was very worried about Charlotte, but I somehow made it through. But Tony, I've been doing this thing where I ask people what their heritage is. Are you Native American? I've just been doing some crowd work with that. And then I'm talking to my cousin Trey, and they have one of the big speakers that's like the Google equivalent of an Alexa. And out of nowhere, it says Native American heritage twice. in
Your
the middle.
Alexa said that in Charlotte?
Yeah, that's what my cousin's Alexa said. And nobody started. It's weird. It's somebody trying to tell me something. I'm just trying to decipher what it means. Why did they say that?
And you think it was perhaps a Native American ghost that
I
slightly
don't-
lifted up your shirt a little
I
bit?
don't know what it is. I'm trying to figure it out, Tony, but I swear to God, it seems like it's somebody from the other side trying to communicate something to me, and I'm just trying to figure out what that is.
Wow.
So
but I don't really think it went the way that he wanted it to. But it was funny in theory. I think if he really tried to get it to where he wanted it to and it landed, maybe it could have been a little bit more funny. But, Rick Glassman kind of captured the moment for him and, didn't really give it to William Montgomery. So, unfortunately, wasn't as funny as it could have been. Overall, a very, very solid episode of Kill Tony with a golden ticket winner being announced, a ginger telling an interesting story, and two really, really solid guests. Give it a watch if you haven't seen it yet, and make sure to give this video a like. Click the subscribe button, click the bell icon to get notified every single time I drop a new Kill Tony review. Thank you guys so much for enjoying these videos, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.